Heyo, welcome back to Metroid Fusion. In the last episode, we got the super missile and we defeated that big security robot. Cool, right? And this episode, we're gonna be showing off our brand new super missile found abilities by fucking these dudes up. Boom, look at that. How tough are we? There's a missile tank up here, but I actually don't really know how to get it. I gotta be honest with you. But we're almost out of here. This will lead back to the main room. We have to head back to Computer Man now. I should probably recharge real quick. So last episode I was talking about putting a spin on an existing formula. And I was talking about how I was talking about how I don't like how Metroid Fusion did it. And I used Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts as an example of how... What the fuck? Oh, it's just some asshole driving a pickup truck down my road. Got it. I think that's all it is. God, people in my town are such assholes. Anyway, what the? Do you mind? I'm trying to make a video here. Anyway, yeah. So I use Banjo-Kazooie as an example of a game that was done poorly in terms of taking an idea and repurposing it, because the whole thing about that is you want to keep the spirit of that idea alive. You know, if you just mutilate that idea entirely and just I forgot about this. If you just mutilate that idea entirely and just make your own thing, why are you associating it with its source material like so directly anyway? Like Rivals of Aether, another game I did a video on, is fucking great, and I'll tell you why. It keeps the spirit of the platform fighter, specifically Smash, obviously, because that's big inspiration. Hell, it's been in Smash Summit twice now. It keeps the spirit of Super Smash Brothers alive. And, you know, it pays its respect to it. It doesn't just claim it's one thing and then completely behave like a different thing. It's great in that aspect, and that's why I really like that game. Obviously, I'm a Melee player at heart, and that's what I will play mainly, but, like, every now and then playing Rivals of Aether is really fun. It's a good game. You should buy it. So, yeah, that's an example of how it, like... Okay, so, like, imagine, like, a spectrum. Rivals of Aether is on the extreme end of the spectrum where it took the idea and executed it perfectly, or like it interpreted it perfectly. And then Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts is on the other side where it just isn't even what its source material is. And that's just the thing with sequels, I guess, in general. Like, you know, there's a few different types of sequels that developers like to make. The first that Nintendo is kind of infamous for is just making the same fucking game over and over again, i.e. New Super Mario Brothers. Don't get me wrong, they're good games. They're just so uninspired, I guess is the best way of putting it. They're uninspired, just cash grabs. And obviously, they're a company. They need to make money. But all I'm saying is, I just hate how... I hate them as games. I don't hate them as products, because I understand why Nintendo makes them. They make them because they make a fuck ton of money. But I cannot respect the new Super Mario Brothers games as just... as things of their own, because they're not things of their own. They're like, you know, Shigeru Miyamoto's like, hey, you guys remember Mario 3? And that's like the entire advertising campaign, you know? It's like that. Like, I don't know. But that's, I went on a bit of a tangent there, but that's one kind of sequel. The other sequel, really fucking good sequel, like, what's a good sequel? I guess this is it. Super Metroid. Perfect. It's, oh shit. Okay, luckily there's a bunch of enemies in this room. Super Metroid. Amazing sequel. Fantastical sequel. You wanna know why? It stuck to his fucking source material and just made it a million times better. Super Metroid's amazing. Metroid 2 is pretty good too, and I have played the original, not all the way through, but I've played it enough to know that it's pretty good on its own. But Super Metroid is Metroid 2, but on cocaine. It's amazing. It's like the sequel, honestly, in my opinion, one of the sequels anyway. And that's part of what makes it so great, is that it takes what its predecessor did and just refines it. And then there's the other kind of sequel. Oh fuck. Shit. Oh, okay, I thought SAX had already come in. I don't have my headphones on. I should probably put these on so I can listen for this. And then there's the other sequel. That's just that's like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, where it's just not even the game it was supposed to succeed, you know. And generally, actually no, there's actually another type of sequel, and that's the kind. I'm just gonna wait for him to leave. It to leave. And that's the kind that actually no, that kind of falls under the first one, which is just taking its predecessor and just refining it, because refining it has very many different has a lot of different meanings. Like, refining it could just mean kind of making the same game, but just making it more fun, like giving it more polish, like better graphics or tighter controls or something like that, which is kind of what this game is, but at the same time it's not, because it's also so different. Oh shit. Oh, fuck me. Oh wow, I'm actually a god. Yeah, this game is kind of in a weird limbo, where it's like totally a lot like Super Metroid, but it's really not. So it's, oh, I forgot, once you get the super missiles, you can just one-shot this thing, so that's good. This guy steals the Various suit and you have to kill it. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, now that I'm really thinking about it, this game sort of falls in that limbo, where like you could totally see its roots in Super Metroid, but you could also see that it's trying to do its own thing, but it's different enough. I have to do charge beam, I forgot. But it's different enough to the point where it's definitely not just a refined Super Metroid. It's a lot more than that. And maybe you could consider that its own category, but it also just falls under the more refined version of its predecessor. I don't know. It's a kind of a hard call to make. I don't really know. Anyway, this boss is actually pretty easy. You just have to hit. Yeah, there you go. That's already done. It has those little pus balls that you have to take care of. I need to get out of the water. That'd be good. Okay, I really need to get out of the water. Really need to get out of the water. Okay, thank you. I think one more hit should do it. Nope, one more now. Okay. So now we have the Various suit. We're actually not even done with this video yet, so that's cool. Various suit allows us to survive extreme temperatures, as you can see, but it also allows us to absorb those blue X parasites that we couldn't go anywhere near because they would damage us. And at first, it's kind of funny. It's a nice little detail. They think that you're so vulnerable to them, so like they go after you. Oh, they're in the next one. They think that you're so vulnerable to them, they go after you. Just really fucking funny. Like, watch, they just go for you. But then in the next room, when they realize, they're like, oh fuck, dude, we're not hurting her anymore, then they actually start to run away from you. It's funny. I actually really like that detail a lot. Not many examples of that in this game, actually. Now, there's collapsible blocks right at some points, so I'm just gonna do. Oh fuck, fuck me. All right, well that's unfortunate. Let's see if I can. Yeah, see, they sort of fixed quote-unquote wall jumping in this game, because you can't just wall jump to one, like on one wall infinitely anymore. You have to actually, you know, go from wall to wall, which I'm kind of neutral towards. I don't know. I thought wall jumping on one wall gave you a lot more opportunities to sequence break, but you can't really do that so much in this game. At least not by that means, anyway, to that end. So let's see. I'm gonna try and get those things again, because I was robbed. Okay, so that's one, and then we just have to grab this, and it's right here, I think. Yeah. I know this game pretty well, in case you didn't know that. Okay. So we'll go a little bit longer. We need. Okay, yeah, we need to climb up here. See, now they run away from you, so you can just stun them with your beam, and they give you a lot more energy, which is the advantage to collecting them, is that they just give you a lot more health. I actually just ran into that one, so that's cool. Yeah, you know that I could actually. I don't know. It wasn't this episode. It was a couple episodes ago, I think. Where I was talking about how Metroid Fusion instilled a non-traditional sense of fear in the player just by the simple implication of the possibility of dying to these fucking really strong enemies. That's these blue X parasites are actually a really great example of that in this game. One of the only ones that I can think of off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's more. Because you have to avoid them until you get the Very Suit, and it's also really cool because you get like your retribution towards them, because now you can absorb them, they heal you, and the irony is very satisfying. So I actually like that a lot. I really just enjoy analyzing games like that, which is why I want to be a game designer, because I like having these insights into these games that people might not pick up on, and I don't know, I like that. I like that about me. There's a lot of things about me that I don't like, but that's something that I do like. And no, I don't hate myself. God, you know, I'll save it till next episode, because I want to talk about something that kind of gets me shook sometimes. But we'll end things once we talk to PC guy, PC Chris, and PC Chris. Where the fucking go? I wonder how many people know who that is. And we'll end things off. So let's see. Maybe I'll finally. No, I don't want to change this. I actually don't really care. I'm just gonna skip through it. So anyway, I hope you've been enjoying this, because I know I sure have. So anyway, next time on Metroid Fusion, once we get this done with, we are going to head out, and we're going to go to, well, let's see what he says, because I actually don't remember. We are going to go to Sector 5. Yeah, Sector 5. We're going to head to, oh shit, I actually just fast forwarded. We're going to head to Sector 5, so thank you so much for watching. I'll see you back here real soon.